This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, The Political Epiphany of #WalkAway. I recently discovered there's only one thing Democrats hate worse than Republicans, specifically Democrats who have become fed up with the party and decided to #WalkAway. This is a movement consisting of former liberal Democrats who have deserted their party as they feel betrayed and lied to. How big is the movement? Nobody knows for sure. It's too soon to tell, as it is still in its embryonic stage. But the fact it even exists speaks volumes about how some Democrats are changing. Basically, Walk Away is a hashtag campaign where former Dems post videos explaining why they left the party. The movement appears to have been started by Brandon Straka of the Unsilent Minority in May of 2018, who produced the first video explaining why he left the Democrats, which has since gone viral. The website for the Unsilent Majority explains what they are all about. It says, quote, "The Unsilent Majority's goal is to expose the ongoing global attack on the truth, using fact-driven think pieces as a way to enlighten the uninformed, speak for those who cannot, and spark rational debate. We are not affiliated with anything but facts, science, logic, trends, and what is truly best for our country, world, and humanity as a whole." End quote. While the movement is certainly welcomed by Republicans, it has drawn the ire of Democrats. For example, after visiting a camera shop, Mr. Straka posted a message expressing the anger he faced, saying, quote, "I'm shaking right now. I just went into a camera store to buy a camera and a light and mic, etc., and they recognized me from TV. I was refused service because they said it was for alt-right purposes. That literally just happened." End quote. In addition to Brandon's contributions, several videos have surfaced recently where former liberals expressed their rationale for leaving the Democrats. Here's a small sampling. Brandon Tatum did a piece on Democrats hate black people. A lady named Bryce, who is a classical liberal, presented her position. And a candidate, Roxanne Beckford of California, wrote on her experiences. There are many more available online through YouTube. Such videos, though, present a problem to YouTube, who appears to have liberal inclinations. As such, they have been closely monitoring the postings. In one, a woman told a story of how Eric Trump, the president's son, made a generous donation to her own son at a St. Jude hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. When she tweeted a message thanking him for his support, she was bombarded by several hate messages. So much so, she made a video explaining what happened along with her shock and disbelief by the reaction of the Democrats. I happened to watch the video in its entirety in the morning, but by the afternoon, YouTube had removed it, claiming, quote, "This video has been removed for violating YouTube's policy on nudity or sexual content," end quote. This is simply not true. The Washington Post is skeptical about the popularity of the walkaway movement, naturally. Whether it is in the hundreds, thousands, or millions is immaterial. The fact it exists at all reflects a growing dissatisfaction with the Democrats internally and compounds the party's problems. Minority groups such as Hispanics, blacks, even gays, who are lawful citizens and believe in the rule of law, are leaving. They claim to be tired of the violence, the nasty rhetoric, and the labeling of victimization, calling it all a lie. Frankly, they are tired of being manipulated by fear and the incessant programming. To illustrate, here are some typical comments found in Walkaway. A lady named Flutter Girl posts, "I decided to break down and say this. Violence is not what I signed up for. Seeing others attacked with bricks, bats, locks, etc. for thinking different. I did my research. I won't be manipulated and lied to anymore. I'm not a victim because of my color or gender." Dr. Carol M. Swain posted, "I left the Democratic Party because it no longer shared my values and principles. Its leaders used fear tactics to frighten and manipulate the electorate. It promised a lot and only delivered for the elites. It is now the party of Saul Alinsky." And C.J. Pearson wrote, "Sort of wild that one party can simultaneously be the party of slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, and internment camps all at once. The entire history of the Democratic Party is riddled with hate. If you're a person of color and you think they care about us, think again." Many of the writers and speakers have done their homework and are re-examining history and the merits of socialism versus capitalism. They have suddenly come to the realization of the untruthfulness of the mainstream media and the weaknesses of our education system, which does a poor job in teaching government and history. This may not be a massive movement, at least not yet, but it does suggest Democrats are growing dissatisfied with the message and tactics of the party. We began to see a movement away from the Democrats in the 2016 election. I personally met several people who transferred out simply because they felt like the party abandoned them. Now, with the hashtag walkaway program, it appears people have grown tired of the manipulation. All of this means the Democrats are on shaky ground going into the midterm elections. It's bad enough the party is fighting internally for control, but if they now lose the bedrock foundation of their members, their story grows much worse other than losing in November. It may even mean the breakup of an old party that has either lost its way or was torn apart internally. Either way, the times are changing for the Democrats as we know them today. People are simply not buying it anymore. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.